What up, everyone? Good evening once again. It's your boy, the Crackhead. I hope you guys had a wonderful day. Somebody wrote on the comment section of one of our posts that our page is very educating, and I appreciate you for that comment. Thank you very much. I don't want to mention your name, but if you guys happen to be, reading our comment, you are going to see it on one of the posts. And tonight, I want to bring to you another educating content. This evening on Facebook, I saw a post made by Instablog about a blogger or an influencer who posted that you are not responsible. No, your parents are not your responsibility. He posted, your parents are not your responsibility. And he happens to be an influencer. Yes, when you hear that statement, it is so weird. It is so selfish. It is so self-centered. Your parents are not your responsibility. And of course, trust Nigerians, everybody, all the comments I read were bashing that guy. I have always said that yes, English is not our native language. It's not a native tongue or dialect. We learn it. And one of the problems, in fact, I think most of the reasons why we fight each other is because we do not understand English language properly. I think that's one of the reasons we fight, because somebody would say something in English just because you understand it the way you've always understood that thing, you pick up a fight. Now, we all know what responsibility is or means, but unfortunately, not everybody understands that word responsibility. I will tell you guys that this influencer is right. Again, remember, I started by saying this is another educating content. That influencer is right. Now, let's look at the word responsibility. It comes from response, to respond to something. And from response, we get to responsible. All right, what is responsible? It is to accept ownership of what actions you took or what actions some other person took. Is to accept ownership of what you either did or what some other person did. It might not be even in what they did, but that's the general. You can Google it for yourself. That's what responsible means. So when you say somebody is somebody's responsibility, it means that you are taking ownership, taking control of whatever that person is doing in life. I'm going to break it down. If you are a team leader at your job and you're being assigned 5 people for you to lead, you are responsible for whatever actions that your team does. You are responsible for whatever outcome that comes at the end of your job as a team leader. You are responsible for them. Also, for the fact that you are responsible, they are your responsibility, does not actually mean that you love them. Your responsibility is because you want the best for your team and for yourself. So whatever training they are undergoing with you is because you want to come out the best, or you want to come out with success. Now, if we apply this to our parents are not our responsibility. Whatever you do for your parents, you are doing it out of love. As children, we become our parents' responsibilities up to the age of 18, and in some countries to the age of 21. And after that, if your parents says they don't want you to live in their house, you are an adult, they have the right to do that. But that doesn't mean that when you leave that house, a good parent will not stop supporting you. They might still send you money. They might still pay you visit. It's not because you are their responsibility. It's because they do it as your parents out of love. also the same thing. When you are taking care of your parent, you are not taking care of your parent because they are your responsibility. They are grown up people, they are adults. So you are doing it because you love them. After all, there are so many kids that do not take care of their parents. And there are also many parents that do not take care of their kids. Okay, now talking about responsibility, guys, understand that to be responsible for something and to love is two different things. You might not have, been guilty of a certain thing, but you take responsibility for that thing, and because you want to defend the person who's actually guilty, but you decide to take responsibility. Why did you take responsibility for something you did not do? Out of love. So you see, you can be responsible for something you do not love. And you can even love something and not be responsible for it. So guys, this influencer is right. Let us, first of all, when we hear things, especially in English, do not be quick to write. Do not be quick to judge or bash. Sit down, take a moment and analyze that statement. Then the meaning will dawn on you. Yeah, it sounds, like I said, it sounds so selfish. Your parents are not your responsibility. It is a very selfish statement, but at the end of the day, it is true. Because if your parents are your responsibility, it means that your parents are kids, are babies. That is what it means. If you say your parents are your responsibility, your parents are babies, it doesn't matter if your parents are handicapped. It doesn't matter if your parents are bedridden. They are not your responsibility. Whatever you're doing for them in their bedridden state, you are doing it because you love them. Because you appreciate everything they did for you right from when you were a baby. That is why you are repaying it back, but that doesn't mean that they are your responsibility. You are your own responsibility, because whatever you do in life, you will give account, and you will not give account of any other person's doing. You will not give account of your parents' actions. If your parents decide to commit a crime, tell me, are you going to still be responsible for them? Or are they your responsibility? If they do something bad, no. Sometimes you might even deny knowing them if the crime was so violent. So you guys understand that a parent's or a child's love has nothing to do with responsibility. You are your parents' responsibility up until the age of 18. In some countries, age of 21. After that, you are no longer their responsibility. Whatever they did for you until you became 50, 60, or whatever, if they're still alive at the age you are, they did it because they love you. And you also, whatever you're doing for them right now, you are also doing out of love.